If the idea of open loops has been resonating with you, and if you've been thinking, okay, but how do I actually close one without making it a whole thing? This is for you. I want to show you a very simple way to close one open loop without overthinking it and without turning it into another project. First, it's important to understand why we are starting with one loop. You do not need to fix everything, get your whole life organized, clean up every loose end. When people try to close everything at once, they usually end up having to decide which thing to work on. And having to make that decision becomes a brand new open loop. So instead of lightening their load, they end up with all their original loops plus the question of priority. We're not going to do that. We're just starting with closing one thing. When I say one loop, I don't mean something big. Small is important here. Why? Well, big loops can require more effort to close, maybe even cause more loops to be opened. Small loops teach your nervous system what done feels like. Once the body learns closure, the brain trusts it. You don't force your way into closing loops, you practice your way into it. So we start with something small. It could be something like realizing at 3 p.m. that you still haven't decided what's for dinner. Mentally running through your grocery list, wondering if you forgot something. Rereading the same email without sending it because you're not sure if it's just right. None of these are urgent at the moment. They just never quite go away. Most people try to close these loops by asking, what should I do about this? That sounds reasonable, but usually it keeps the loop alive. A quieter, more helpful question is, what would let me stop thinking about this? Let me show you what I mean with that dinner example. So sometime in the afternoon, you realize, I still haven't decided what we're doing for dinner. That thought keeps popping up. Urgent, just kind of noisy. So step one, we notice the loop. Again, we're not looking for the most important thing, just the one that keeps tapping you on the shoulder, getting your attention. Step two, decide what done for now looks like. In the dinner example, it doesn't have to be a perfect meal. It might be deciding to make something you already have at home. Texting your family a couple of options or asking for ideas. Deciding you're doing takeout, or maybe you just make a reservation somewhere. But if it only lives in your head, your brain doesn't trust that it's settled. Step three is give your brain proof it's handled. This might look like writing it down, or putting it on your calendar, or maybe looping someone else in on the decision. Once it exists somewhere outside of your head, once it's written down, agreed upon, or actually booked, your brain finally has an answer. So when the thought comes back later, wait, did we figure out dinner? There's something concrete to point to. That's what tells your brain it doesn't have to keep checking in. And that's when the loop actually closes. I'm using everyday examples here because the pattern is easy to see. But what I do is help people close the same kind of loop in their work, where unfinished decisions keep real things from getting done and going live. Not optimizing, not perfecting, just helping them know what to move forward with and what to stop revisiting so something can actually get done and stop taking up your mental space. Remember, you don't need to close everything all at once. You just need one thing to stand down so the rest of your energy can come back online. That's enough for today.